Drafting with Numot is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com and GatheringMagic.com. Explore the game.
Alrighty, here for round 2 with our green-white, mainly white deck. Our opponent's on a mulligan to 6 on the play. We're on the draw. Hand's slow, but fine. It's got Removal Spell and Disciple, which usually does quite a bit of work. Hopefully we can draw one of our 2-drops, a few of our 2-drops. Although I'm not going to complain about Knightly Valor. It's one of the cards I would always like to draw. Sidearm into turn 4 Disciple. Looks like we might be playing the mirror match. I am not too worried about a bonded construct this early, though. Looks like we'll just play out the sidearm and pass. I'm drawing a lot of our non-creature spells. Hopefully this Disciple can go the distance. Ooh, that's not good for me. Our opponent played a turn 3 Citadel Castellan. And all I've got going on here is Anointer of Champions. Alright, we're going to probably have to Suppression Field up, or Suppression Bond the Castellan up. That's going to be a huge problem. It's already going to be a 4-5 next turn. But the opponent is on a mulligan, so hopefully they don't have too much to follow this up with. And even if they get rid of the bonds, I guess the Disciple can trade away with the Castellan with Death Touch. Chief of the Foundry. Alright. Well, definitely going to trade away here. Happy to do so. If he has Might of the Masses, so be it. One less card for me to deal with, I guess. Alright, it looks like he does have the Might of the Masses. Alright, so I can either play out the Disciple or I can play the Suppression Bond. I mean, if I lead with the Disciple, he can't really attack with the Chief of the Foundry, and then I don't mind trading away with the Citadel Castellan. I could also just take it, and then Knightly Valor up my Pharika's Disciple, make it a 4-5. I think this is fine. And, like, even if he has a wild, I can't even remember the name of it now, the fight card, then he's still 2-for-1s himself. I was going to say Wild Defiance for a second, but I know that's not the name of it. Again, if he wants to attack with the construct, he has to attack with either the Castellan or the this Chief of the Foundry. It's funny how much work that Disciple does. He might not even attack. That'd be great for me. And then I can, like, Suppression Bond the Castellan. Okay, so he's going to attack. If he's attacking with the Chief, I will happily block the Chief. Force him to use another trick to save his dude. Let's see here. I think I'm actually going to go ahead and just take this hit and then Suppression Bond it next turn. And this is Pilgrimage is A-OK. That's effectively a mulligan in my opinion. At least at this position. Alright, I think I'm actually going to Valor here. The only thing I get ruined by is that 1 mana trick. Otherwise he has to 2-for-1 himself to block. And I'm more than happy to let that happen. Nice. Alright, sweet. And now, unless he has like a Suppression Bond of his own, our Pharika's Disciple just holds off everything. And little does he know, I have a Rogue's Passage to go along with it, so I think we're in a pretty decent spot here. We'll see. Remember, the Construct can still block, but you never know. Opponent deep in the tank. Okay, so the opponent did have Wild Instincts, and he's going to trade away his Renowned Castellan for my Disciple. That makes sense to me. I think I honestly just take the damage here. I don't want to trade away with either of those creatures. My Knight's going to be big next turn with both Grasp and Veteran Sidearm. Yeah, I think I want to sidearm and grasp. Just makes it very, very hard for him to attack. You know, I guess I could just... I guess I could just grasp here and play out the Griffin. This is also fine, because he still can't attack with the Chief. And if he wants to attack with the Construct, I can trade it away and then eat the Warrior. And this saves Suppression Bonds for like a Rock's Mauler or something. I just need to fade like another removal spell this turn and I should be okay. Yeah, Timber Pack's not going to cut it. Ooh, Mighty Leap's also another good draw. So we're going to sidearm up the Charging Griffin. I think I want to bond the Construct. Attacking for 4 here. I need to clock him though. I can't just afford to sit back. I guess I could have probably moved the sidearm over just in case he draws another Timber Pack Wolf. Yeah, that was probably a mistake not to move the sidearm over. But I do have him on a 2-turn clock. In fact, actually he's dead next turn, isn't he? Alright, so maybe this was fine. Again, I just need to fade like a Titanic Growth or another Might of the Masses. Which it looks like he might have drawn. Yikes. That's bad news for me. Oh, maybe not. Maybe he's just getting aggressive. Zendikar's Royal. Okay, looks like we got there. Opponent has no cards in hand, so we just Mighty Leap and attack in. Good stuff. And that's 9 damage. Alright. So I think I played a few of those turns a little bit loose, but the power of Pharika's Disciple got there. It's funny how much work that card did. So in a mirror match, well, we definitely want to bring in Enlightened Ascetic. He showed us the Zendikar's Royal, and I wouldn't be surprised if he has a Suppression Bonds or something of his own. Probably can take out 1 Grasp. I think the Guardians of Meletus might be a good sideboard card versus him. I do have a lot of flyers and other nice top-end cards, which means I can probably take an Auramancer since I'm taking out a Grasp. Yeah, this looks good. I gotta imagine my top end's better. I have the Irregulars, I have Alpha, I have Gaea's Revenge. Hopefully this is gonna work out. Alright, game 2, round 2. And yeah, we have a pretty decent hand. Anointer, Enlightened Ascetic for any enchantments our opponent might draw. Sidearm's not bad. Ooh, and we even drew the card that just single-handedly trumped our opponent, the Pharika's Disciple. See if he has anything else to do turn 2 to follow up. Nope, that's good for us. I don't think we want to trade away the Anointer for the Bonded Construct. I think this card has too much value, and we can always make that trade later on. Ooh, that's a scary card. Luckily, we have a sidearm which we can equip. And we even have a Mighty Leap if he tries to get cute. So, would not be... I mean, the opponent has a quote-unquote free attack with both of these creatures. Because either I'm trading away with the Construct, or I'm just bouncing off the Valoran Warden. Yep. This attack makes perfect sense. Happy to block the Warden here. Well, if he doesn't attack, then I don't have to do anything. Maybe he thinks this is attacking or blocking. Wow, okay, sweet. No need to do anything then. Let's see what he hits off the Empath. It always reveals the card, even if it's not a creature. So if he needs like a land here, he might put a land on top and not draw the extra quote-unquote free card. Well, he's tanking about the Scry. Hasn't put one on bottom or top yet. It's always scary if your opponent puts like 2 cards on top. Alright, so he put 1 on top, both on top. Ooh, and he drew a Mage Ring Responder. Okay, well, it's a little bit far from casting that, but pretty scary. We're just going to jam out the Disciple here. Pass the turn. Five cards in hand. One of them is a Mage Ring Responder. What are our answers to that? We have the Suppression Bond. Not too much else. More Chief, or more artifacts. It's kind of scary. Although I don't think he has an attack still. Wow, really? Okay, so I just block the Warden with my Pharika's Disciple, and it's a 2-for-1 at the very least. Ah, he's going to Mighty Leap. Alright, you got me. You draw your card, get Renowned. Kinda sucks, but so it goes. So we're gonna move over there. Move over our Veteran Sidearms. This way we can just block with the Disciple. Well, I have bad news. Our opponent is 1 land away from casting Mage Ring Responder. I'm gonna need to draw my Suppression Bond real quick. Or Kytheon's Irregulars. Kytheon's Irregulars would also be a decent answer. I might need to start getting aggressive here. Alright, he's going to 2-for-1 himself again. To get rid of my Disciple. Seems fine. I'm just going to have to take another 6 here, I think. He doesn't get to draw another card. Okay, if he attacks with a Chief, then I'll double block it, but we're in kind of a bad spot here. And by kinda, I mean really bad spot. Auramancer, what do you do? Stone nothing. Well, let's hope the opponent doesn't hit a 7th land. And if he does, I'm gonna need to draw my Suppression Bond really quick. I'm gonna go down to 5 here. Take a hit from the Valoran Warden, that's fine. Alright, no land number 7. It's a good sign. Knightly Valor. That's not a bad draw. Yeah, we get to actually Knightly Valor here and attack in for 5. Big ol' Auramancer. Make that 6. Okay. Hold, baby, hold. Now we know the opponent has like Might of the Masses in their deck too, so I have to be a little bit careful, but this Mighty Leap might do the trick for us. The opponent's still missing their 7th land, it looks like, so we have a little bit more time. Hopefully moving the sidearm wasn't bad. I did it because it allowed the knight to eat the construct and trade away with the guardian. Ooh, he has an enlightened ascetic of his own. Yikes, that's really bad news for us. Okay. So we're just double blocking here. And good draw by the opponent. We'll go to 2. Topan Freeblade, what do you do for me? Not too much, but I do get to attack in here with the Auramancer. I need to keep being aggressive. Passage. Yeah, so the opponent should have attacked with the construct last turn, is what he's saying. I can go ahead and afford to pump. And play the Freeblade. Play the Ascetic. Move the sidearm to the Freeblade. If he attacks with everything, the Freeblade blocks the construct, the Ascetic blocks the 3/3. We take 1. Come on, Mighty Leap. Rogue's Passage, I guess, would be a good draw next turn. Rogue's Passage and a Mighty Leap wins the game for us. Although, if the opponent's not hitting their 7th land, that means they're hitting spells, which I guess is bad. Do I have any other pump spells? I guess I have one, what is it? The enchantment that taps down a creature. Alright, he is going to attack, so we'll make the obvious blocks. Again, I think I need to be aggressive here, which is why I'm doing this. Oh, he did hit his 7th land! Are we dead? What can I draw? Bam! Charging Griffin. So I guess I just play Charging Griffin and pass. I can deal 5 to the opponent this turn. I don't think I need to hold up Mighty Leap. I think I'd rather move the sidearm to the Auramancer here. If anything, we're going to need to use the Mighty Leap to win the game, which is why I'm doing it like this. So he shoots my Charging Griffin. I chump with Anointer. Yeah, I need to somehow keep 2 creatures this turn, which I don't think is possible. And remember, he can untap the Mage Ring Responder. I need to keep the Griffin somehow. I need the opponent not to shoot the Griffin. I think that's my only out. Okay, and he is attacking with the Automaton, so I think we're dead. That's too bad. Alright, so Griffin down. Chump chump. Remember, I can't afford letting him gain life, which is why I can't trade for the Guardian. I need to find, let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need to find 3 points of damage somehow, which I don't think I can do. Yep, that's going to be the game. Alright, we tried surviving as long as we can. We were actually pretty close, but it was that enlightened ascetic of the opponents that killed us. Do I have any artifact removal? I do not. I think we just have to run it back. Man, Conclave Naturalists would have been an insane draw, huh? That would have got us out of it. Alright, well, we're going to be on the play this time, so hopefully we can come out a little bit faster. I've kept hands that have been a little bit subpar. Okay, game 3 of round 2. We're on the play. We have a slow hand, but a good hand. Ugh, I gotta keep this, and I gotta hope that I draw like a 2-drop. If I can draw a 2-drop creature or a 3-drop creature, I'm gonna be very, very happy. But otherwise, this hand is kind of slow and dirtily. How do you have another construct? Honored Hierarch, really? Wow. I do not think that card's very good. Only on turn 1. It's good here because I kept a slow hand, so props to the opponent. Jeez. Please don't have a follow-up play. And I'm going to need to draw a creature here that I can cast. Wow, what? Oh, no. Well, if this is how we lose, I'm going to be a little bit sad. Because I don't think any of these cards are very good. They're good here, don't get me wrong. They're good here. But, generally, I would advise against these type of cards. Alright, cross your fingers. Pharika's Disciple generally does a ton of work. Cross your fingers, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to snap block the Warden if he attacks. I guess if he attacks with Hierarch, I'm going to snap block the Hierarch, but Disciple was a really good draw there for us. Now, if he just passes turn, I'm going to Suppression Bond the Honored Hierarch. Because, remember, it's like an arrest. This is the important turn of the game. Our opponent came out hard and fast, but Pharika's Disciple so far has been a pain in the opponent's side every single game. I just don't, like... The opponent's deck has a lot of 1-drops and is also running Mage Ring Responder. Oh, is he going to Mighty Leap? Oh no, he's just Timber Pack Wolfing, that's fine. Alright, land is good. I think I'm Suppression Bonding the Honored Hierarch here in passing. Now this is a little bit risky. Again, if he has a pump spell, he'll certainly attack in with everything, but he's stuck on 2 lands. Next turn I have Naturalists, which kill one of the constructs and produces a 4/4 body. Sigil of Valor, that's actually really bad too. I need to kill that instead now. Yep, I need to kill that instead. I'm gonna wait a turn to attack. Play it a little bit safe here. Gonna play out the Alpha first, which makes it really hard for the opponent, and he's still stuck on 2 lands. Okay, sweet. Ooh, and we drew the Kytheon's Irregulars. Alright, hold baby. I think we're gonna shoot the wolf here. If he wants to double block, A-okay. If he doesn't, then I get Renown. Both are good for me, given our hand. Oh yeah, this is awesome. Happily take a 2-for-1. Yes, yes, please, all day. All day. I accept. I accept. Now our creatures are just going to be bigger and hit stronger, or harder, rather. Nice. I'm coming at you. Sweet. Woof! I mean, it's not necessarily a good game, because my opponent's getting mana screwed, but after his start, I don't mind. I do not mind. Alright. Enlightened Ascetic, killing the Suppression Bonds is a start, definitely. I mean, given my board right now, the opponent is kind of screwed, I guess. Is that game? That's game. I can tap down. I can tap down the Hierarch. Make sure he doesn't have anything to float first. Alright. Tap down. And now I can give Trample to whatever creature he blocks. And that creature's going to get +1/+1 from being blocked, so unless he has Might of the Masses here, he's dead. And even if he does have Might of the Masses, he's still going to take a lot of damage, and then we just have him dead like next turn. Either because I give Trample or I get it tapped down because he can only kill one of these if he has Might of the Masses. Alright, whew. That was scary. I was scared. My opponent played way too many early drops, but luckily Pharika's Disciple stalled out until I could do something and the opponent was not hitting any lands. So we'll bring it back to the finals. Thanks guys for tuning in.
Thank you for watching Drafting with Numot. If you haven't already subscribed to Gathering Magic, you can do so to receive news of upcoming videos and discover new content. You can also check out our playlist that contains every episode of Drafting with Numot. And don't forget, you can easily watch the next video by clicking on the annotation on screen or a direct link in the video's description box. And as always, thanks for watching.